What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since we did a favorites video, and why not start off the year strong and get into a January favorites where I show you all of my favorite things that I've purchased and have been using in January, but also some that were in December have trickled into this one. But I think it's a good haul, and I'm really excited because your girl was doing some major holiday shopping and I found a lot of cool stuff and I got a lot of cool stuff. So let's just get right into it. Okay, first off, I don't have this physically with me because they're in the washer currently, but I want to start off strong with some clothing items, and I'll put a photo of me wearing these pajamas here. However, I will say that normally I probably wouldn't have bought these because they're a little bit more on the pricier side, but I did get a gift card for Christmas and I utilized it to buy these Quince pajamas, and I didn't even know they made pajamas. Okay. I don't know what I thought they made, but they have cashmere sweaters at an affordable price. They have pajamas, which I thought were a little bit on the pricier side, but I can see why, because they are literally so soft. They are probably the most comfortablest pair of pajamas I own. And if I was going to splurge on a pair of pajamas, it would definitely be these ones. So if you're in the market and you like luxury pajamas, check them out because they were phenomenal. I did get a sweater. I also got a sweater that was super affordable, so I'll show it here and I'll link it. But yeah, love it. Would never have thought to purchase there, and now I'm a repeat buyer. So anyways, love that. One thing I wanted to show, which I'm actually wearing today, is this really cute like athletic jacket. It's kind of like a thin bomber, and my pink era, so like everything is pink these days, but it's super cute. It's got this like white athletic detailing on the sleeve and on the neckline, and I'm wearing it with just like a sweater, like a hooded sweater. Amazon. I got it on Amazon for like $20 or something. So I'll link it in the comments, but it is so cute. Such a good material, and it's not heavy and bulky. It's just very thin. It's nice for like a very like not chilly day here in the Utah Valley. So yeah, if you're looking for a cute bomber, they have a ton of colors. I'll link it in the description. So this is so cute. I love it. I did get it for myself with an Amazon gift card I had, and I was super excited to get myself a little Christmas gift. Kind of same thing, talking through clothing items. I don't know if I ever talked about my running jackets. I think in the past when I did like a running favorites haul, I did show you my Cotopaxi jacket. That's like one of the jackets that I was like using last year. Well, this year I've kind of swapped out from the down jacket and into something that's more weatherproof. And on Amazon, go figure, I did find this is called, I don't know, the name is Bike Washington, Bike WA. I don't know, but it's kind of coined as like a cycling jacket, like if you were on your actual bicycle, but I use it for running, and it's got all these reflective dots on it. I bought this like bright ass orange, you know, because if I go running at nighttime here, or even in wee hours of the morning, which I never do, but if I did, you would be able to see me because it's bright orange, but also because it has these reflectors. It goes all the way up to your face, and the hood comes down, and it's got like a little visor. So if it's like misting or raining, I have been doing some runs in like the misty rain. Phenomenal jacket, and it is water resistant. I wouldn't say waterproof. I don't know. It's water resistant, and you can pack it away in its little pocket. So when I did run my race in California, I ended up packing this in my carry-on, and it was really easy. And then I had a jacket because it was really misty when we went hiking, but it was extremely sunny after the half, which I feel like I should do a race recap because that was such an interesting but very, very fun half marathon. And I do have another half marathon coming up at the end of February. We're doing the Disney half, the Disney Princess half. So maybe I'll do like a recap of both of my half marathons and let you know if I still have legs after that. Anyways, so love this. If you're in the market for just a walking jacket, a hiking jacket, a biking jacket, a running jacket, highly recommend these. It's very thin, lightweight, not bulky at all. For reference, I'm 5'5". I wear about like a 4'6", and this is a small, and it fits me perfect. So that is the jacket. Okay, next up is something I really am excited about. I'm in like my Pilates era, so I started doing classes again. I took like a class through ClassPass, and if you've ever done that before, you like pay for credits and then you sign up for classes like through their app, and they have like a ton of different like studios that utilize that. And I love that because you're not like pigeonholed to a membership at one place. You can like literally bounce around and try different studios. So right now I'm in my Pilates, plunge, recovery sauna era, alongside training for a half marathon and trying to do progressive overload for like body recomp. I'm insane. Honestly, that is so unrealistic, but we're here for it. I'm doing that right now. And after my next half marathon, I am going to slow down a bit and kind of change my workout strategy. However, that was all to say that I got a really cute Pilates like cover up, and I got it off of Amazon. Man, they are just like hitting it, I'm telling you. So it's like thin, which is really nice, and then it like wraps around. Let me show you a photo of it because it's like not doing any justice. So like this is what it looks like on like the model, like what I bought it, but it was like $15 on like Lightning deal, and it's this like really soft, like it almost feels like Lululemon material, but it was on Amazon, and it was like literally like a fraction of the cost I would have paid for like an Alo one or something. So I'm loving this. I did take my first Reformers Pilates class, and I liked it. It kept me warm until I was like overheating, and then I had to take it off. But it's so cute. I just love it. I also got these like Pilates grip socks, which I forgot to grab to show you, but I'll throw a picture here. They're just like so cute, and I love them for Pilates, but I also just love them for around the house because sometimes I don't want to wear my slippers. I just want to wear socks, but I also don't want to eat shit because I have hardwood floors. So I think that's it for clothes. I do want to move on to accessories and shoes, and then I'll kind of cap this with my makeup and some of my like appliances, which is weird. I don't think I've had appliances in my favorites in a really long time. So, okay, here's the thing. If you know me, I am a Brooks girly, like through and through. I will ride or die for a good pair of Brooks shoes, but they have consistently over time been changing how they design their shoes, and they keep getting worse. And I know I'm not the first person to say this, but I did a Brooks review of the Hyperion 2, and I love them. Literally was like my favorite race shoe. Literally, I ran all miles in them, but they're a lightweight shoe and they have a lot of snap. So I will say that like long mile runs and race day, I love them. However, the Hyperion 3s, supposedly, the verdict is still out because I have yet to try them because I'm scared of this. But most of the reviews have said that the Hyperion 3s are too narrow. They are heavier, which is true. On their site, they're about, I think they're like 8 ounces maybe, or no, 7 maybe. I don't know. They're like 1 to like 2 ounces heavier. For some people, that does not matter. You may not tell a difference. For me, I do. And my legs fatigue faster. So that's a huge thing for me. But they also are just narrow. And for me, I can't do a narrow toe box because I have a little bit wider toe. A little bit wider foot. Whatever. Anyways, so into the running store, I got refitted again. And I will caveat this with, I love these shoes because they're good for my feet. I highly recommend you go to a run store and get a foot analysis for a shoe that is good for you. But if you're going to try these out, take it with a grain of salt. My foot may be different than yours. So I highly recommend a foot analysis. And they're free. You just go to your local run store and you tell them you want a run analysis for your shoes, and they can help you figure out a pair. Anyways, most of them are free. The running stores in my area are free. So I'm switching. That was a long story to say that I'm switching shoes, and I have swapped to 2 pairs. Here's the kicker. I'm running so many races that I potentially may end up with 3 pairs of shoes. And that's a lot. And if you're just like a casual runner and you're not like trying to do crazy ass things like run 40 races in 3 years, you don't need 3 shoes. However, I am trying to like really hit this goal while not messing up my knees and my feet, and also be very fast. I want to PR. So I'm spending a little bit more money to have a variety of shoes. But let me show you what I got. I am going to do an in-depth shoe review on all of these, just not yet. So I'm just going to tell you what I like about them right now and show you what they are. Without further ado, my new everyday running shoe is an ASICS. This is the ASICS Nova Blast 5. I wear a size 7. I have a neutral stride, and they are about, God, I don't remember, they're about like 7 ounces, I think. I hate how they don't put the stats on. So the specs on these, I actually had to look them up because I couldn't remember, but I'm actually correct in my thoughts. So these are an 8mm drop, and they're about 8.4 ounces. For context and reference, my Hyperion 2s were like 6.7 ounces with, I think, an 8 or a 6mm drop. I can't remember the drop on it, but like they were vastly different. However, I was noticing when I was wearing my Hyperion 2s for like everyday wear that my feet didn't really feel supported. Like when I did like long, easy runs, I had a tendency to like want to be faster, like all good things, like very little minor details. But I do love these. They don't have like a ton of cushion. Like you'll see a lot of runners are running in like the Hyperion Max 3s or the Glycerin Max shoe where like they have these huge chunky ankles. I personally don't feel stabilized in them, and so I like that this is like a healthy medium of balance and cushion. This is more of like a soft, bouncy forgiveness, and I like that. And it helps when my legs get really, really tired. This is a good like everyday running shoe. Also really love the Barney purple. I don't know why. I'm really into bright colors these days. Okay. These are new. I've never ran in a shoe like this before. These are the Saucony Speed, the Endorphin Speed 5 shoe. Now, I did try these on in the run store, and I wasn't 1,000% sure that I liked them or not because of the plate that is in them. It is truly like a race, fast, tempo type shoe, which I've never had before because I've always just had one shoe for running. All my runs didn't matter if it was like a tempo progression, a race, whatever. I just had one shoe, and now I'm trying to break that up. So I tried it on in the running store, and I'm glad I did because my normal size is a 7, and I had to size up at half a size to a 7.5 because they run small. She cute though. She is super, super light, very similar to my Hyperion Maxes. I would say this is probably like maybe 0.3 ounces off. This is a 7.2 ounce shoe. So very light. Also 8mm drop for this one as well. It does have a nylon plate. I feel like it is a lot more responsive. It is snappy. I am fast in this shoe. I would say these are my race shoes. So if I am wanting to PR a race, it's not like a fun run. I want like a fast 5K, a fast 10K. Like these are the shoes we're running with. So fast, snappy, very light overall, just like really good race shoe. I've only ran about 4 miles in these bad boys, so we are still starting to kick. We are still starting to break these in. I do have a race this weekend. It's only a 5K, but I want to run the race in this shoe and see how it feels if I push myself and go fast and try to PR. Even if I don't PR and I just hit like my normal time, that'd be really awesome. So I'm going to wear these. Again, I'm going to do a more in-depth review on these two running shoes to give you like all of the information and my true like thoughts on them. But so far, I love both of them. So I'm going to give it like another 50 miles on each and decide what I'm going to wear for the Disney Princess half. Okay, while we're still on accessories, for Christmas, I got a new pair of running glasses. These are Gooders. I got them, the reason why I wanted them is obviously they're pink, but also the lenses are a little bit lighter than my Oakleys, and this is on purpose because when it is like dusk or like dawn and it's not really sunny out, or like it's a cloudy day where it's like it is still bright, but wearing my Oakleys makes me not be able to see anything. These are really good. So these are them. They're so cute. But you can tell that like the frame, it's not that dark, and that's on purpose. That's so that these can be used more of like a cloudy day and I can still get the coverage I need and the UV protection that you need when living in high elevation. So I'm loving these. I will link the ones I have for you to look at, but I love Gooder. I just feel like these are really cheap and affordable, but they're still really good quality and they are cute. So random, and I don't even know if you'd be able to find it, so I will try to link it. Is this cute hat? It says, I'll just have a Diet Coke. What? Literally so cute. In pink. Goodbye. She's so cute. I got it from Altered State. We have an Altered State store here, and I got a lot of cute things for my bachelorette weekend from that store, like my dresses and everything. And I had never been in there prior, but we love that store now. It's literally like my favorite store to get cute girly things in. And they had this hat and I just had to get it. It was so cute. So I hope I can find it online to link it so that you can see it. But the girl said that they got them over Christmas break and like sold out. So like she was shocked that there was still some on the shelf. But I'm hoping they get more because it was super popular. So if I can find it, I will link it. But I just love that hat. I'm sure you can probably find someone to make it for you on Etsy or something. But yeah, it was super cute. Last thing for accessories, and you guys might laugh because yeah, I am old, but also I'm not old. I'm like a child. And I have been recently obsessed with Jellycats. It's like the 2026 version of what Beanie Babies were in the 90s. So like if you're my age and you're in the 90s and you understood what Beanie Babies were, or like Tamagotchis, literally that's what this feels like, the craze. So I have a bunch that I'm not bringing out because it's too many, but I love them. And I have these like cute little things all over my little bakery setup or like my sew room. And then I started collecting the keychains for my purses. So I have this like little croissant. I'm obsessed with croissants, by the way. So cute. It's like the best pastry is a croissant. And I have this little coffee one. I even have like a baguette, but I just didn't want to bring all of them. And I have a little cloud. So they're so cute. I'm literally obsessed. They're just so cute. Who would have thought just like putting like a food item with a little smiley face on would sell like insane. Hotcakes. Always sold out. So I'll link those, but they'll probably be sold out. So you'll have to put your email in to get notified when they come back in stock. Okay, for reals, that is it for my accessories. Now, I do have some really cool makeup items that I'm loving lately that I want to go through, and that will wrap up the series for today. Okay, first, let's do makeup. So, I have been loving a no makeup look. I obviously have makeup on today, but when I'm working from home and I'm extremely tired, like your girl isn't going to do a full beat of makeup. So I like a no makeup makeup look. And to protect my skin in case I go on a little hot girl walk on my lunch, my skincare has to have SPF in it. So I got this ELF Halo Glow Skin Tint. Okay, can you see that? This is in the color 4 Light Neutral, which is like perfect for my skin if I'm not tanning. At first, I hated this, and it's because I did not know how to use it. So my recommendation is if you've used this and you hated it, shake it really well and then get a wet blender like ball, put like a drop on that and then put it on your face. Beautiful, flawless skin, honestly. It's almost better than like my actual foundation. Like it's crazy. So once I actually figured out how to use it, I loved it. So this says use 5 drops. I don't use that much. I use like 3. 1 on the blender ball for this side of my face, 1 on the other, and then 1 for my chin and my forehead. And so maybe like 4 at max, but very, very light. I don't cake it on. I tried that at first and that's why I think I hated it, but I figured it out. So I love this. Definitely worth giving it a try if you want like a no makeup look. Again, it's light. It's literally skin tint. So it's not going to cover like for full foundation. So if I do want a little bit of coverage, I will still add like a contour and a blush. But I'd say this is great if you're just like, I just need something on my face to go out and it needs to have SPF in it. This is perfect. The other thing, while we're on like skin stuff, is this Morphe contour stick. It's like almost done, obviously, because like I love it so much. This is in the shade Sudden Heat. It says Flicker Sudden Heat. Creamy bronzer stick. Bronze and cream. Anyways, love it. It's so good if I'm doing a no makeup look because it's not like really intense in your face contour. It's just very light and creamy and it blends really well with the blender ball. Yeah, blender sponge. I don't know why I keep calling it blender ball. I don't know. Is that what it's called? Who cares? Anyways, yes. So I'm loving that. It's the only thing I really have of Morphe. But I love it. It's good. I really like it a lot. I think I got it at Ulta, so I'll link it. The other thing is I have been using this Huda Beauty. This one is the Pound Cake Baby Bake. I'm actually wearing it now. Love it. I got it to try it for my wedding. I wore it on the day of my wedding. I did my own makeup for my wedding. And I thought it looked fairly good, if I do say so myself. So yeah, I'm really liking this. I know it's pretty popular and I know I'm probably late to the game with like the whole baking your face thing. I use it more of like a setting powder. I don't really bake underneath my eyes because I'm older and I have like more skin and wrinkles because I'm old. So this is what it is. So I don't bake necessarily, but I do use it as setting powder and I really like it. I do put it under my eyes, but I do very light only because you don't want it to get it like in those little creases if you have those, because then it just looks dry and cakey. So that is that. The other and last makeup thing I have is this lip stain. So this I got from Ulta. I never heard of this brand before. It's like Sachu. I don't know. Anyways, it's a stain. So it comes out like this. And this looks really, really dark, but you put it on your lips like as a liner. I put it on my whole lip because I'm trying to get my whole lip stain, not just my liner. But anyways, I put it on my whole lip and then I do the rest of my makeup and within like 10 to 15 minutes, it's like dry. And I literally just like peel it off and it leaves the prettiest stain. And I just go in with like a little bit of lip oil and that's it. And she lasts all day. And I actually really, really enjoy this color. It's like, this color is called Pinked 03. I got this brand at Ulta. I know there's a ton on the market nowadays, but I really, really like this one. But yeah, it's a peel off lip liner. I use it as a lip liner and a pen. So that is all the makeup. The last 2 things I have, Well, the last two things I have are for your hair. So I've been on my like healthy hair journey. I know it's really popular right now, like basically on TikTok doing the whole Abby Young method. I have started trying and incorporating like her method into my hair growth journey. But prior to that, I actually went to a dermatologist to get my hair follicles evaluated and make sure that like there was not anything like really crazy going on. And yeah, I just have like I don't know, female hair loss, whatever you call that, like clinically termed, I don't know, but whatever. Anyway, she had let me know to use minoxidil. And then when I started getting my eyebrows done before my wedding, the girl I go to, she's at Meraki Brows in Lehigh. She also suggested minoxidil for my eyebrows. So I was a little hesitant for my hair just because Binks was around at the time, and if you are familiar with minoxidil topical, it could be very toxic to pets. Therefore, I actually didn't start my minoxidil journey until after he had passed. So just a disclaimer that if you have pets and you are using minoxidil, like do your research. If they like come in contact and lick it or whatever, if they like sleep next to you or lick your hair or whatever, like it could be dangerous for them. I know plenty of people have said that they like use minoxidil and have pets and don't have any issues. That's totally fine. That is them. Still do your research, talk to your doctor, talk to your vet, etc. Like their lives are super important. I would rather be bald than put my pet in danger. So now that I got that disclaimer out of the way, I started using minoxidil in September. I will say my hair, I live in Utah, so my hair is always dry and dead during the winter months. And so I have cut a little bit off, but I can tell you that my hair is growing back. Like I feel like it's getting thicker, and I am using minoxidil. So that I was using was a 5% minoxidil, and that was, I forget the brand. They no longer carry that brand. So I think Costco has their own brand, which I'm going to look into. I have this one here in the interim, which is the Hers brand. This is new for me. I haven't tried it, but I'm excited to see it. The only concern I have is that this is only 2% minoxidil and the one I was using was 5%. So I am out of the one, like I said, that I was using prior because they discontinued it on Amazon. So I'm going to give this one a treatment for now, give this one a try for now while I search for a new one. So if you have recommendations on what you're using, let me know, because again, I was using 5% and this is 2%. So we'll just see. I'm curious to see what this is. So I wouldn't call it a favorite yet. Minoxidil, yes, 100% my favorite. The old brand. This brand, I don't know yet. Hers, I want to say they're a Utah company. I don't know. No, they're not. I think they're a San Francisco company. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, so we'll see what this one is all about. But minoxidil, big fan favorite. Next up and final product of the evening is my Kerastase oil. This is actually a new one. They are called the Kerastase Glaze Drops, and it's like a little dropper like this, and you just take a couple drops in your hands, and I usually just put it on my ends after I style my hair, and it has helped my hair be so healthy and not dry looking and not frizzy. So I do love all the Kerastase products. Like there's probably not a product I don't love from them, but this is my new obsession, is this hair oil. So anyways, that pretty much wraps up our January favorites. Like I said, there were a couple things in here. Oh my gosh, what am I talking about? There were 2 huge things in here that I got last year that I've been obsessed with, that because I can't physically bring up here, I couldn't tell you about. So let me tell you before we go. The one last thing I'm totally obsessed with is my Ninja Luxe. It's super popular online. I think it's like rivaling the Breville, and it's like, I don't know, in my mind when I've been watching videos about the Breville, like people are saying it's so difficult to use. I am a former barista, and if you're telling me that it is difficult to use, I probably would agree with you, because it just looks complex. Like, and I don't need that. I'm not trying to start a coffee shop here. I literally just want really good pulled espresso. And so I love my Ninja Luxe, and it does all the calibrations for me. And it took a little bit for me to get used to it and figure out how to do it with the different beans and switching it out and all that good stuff. But here she is in all of her glory. And she's amazing. She makes some really good coffee. So if you are on the fence about a Breville or a Ninja, I can't tell you about the Breville, but from what I've read and what I've seen, a lot of people find it really complex to use. So if you want something really intuitive and easy, then probably check out the Ninja. I'm still an espresso girly at heart. I still have my Nespresso machine. However, like, I think it is slowly fading into like the nice to have because the pods are so expensive, and my Ninja is starting to become the show. So anyways, love her. The other thing is I'm in my juicing era. Yeah. So I've been juicing, like, to add in more vegetables, and also just like it's flu season and people are gross and I don't want your sickness. So I've made a lot of like ginger turmeric shots, immunity shots, you know. I'm in my health and wealth era. Maybe just health. About the healthy, wealthy. I don't know. I'm definitely in my health era. I think that's a thing this year. I'm not sure. Anyways, this has gone longer than I thought it was going to. So that officially caps off my January favorites. Again, February is a short month and I have a race and it is in another state. So I think we will do like a springtime favorites vlog where we combine a February and March, because I am probably not going to be purchasing a lot of things because I need to purchase a home. Yeah, that is a story for another day. But we are listing our house and buying a new one. So that will be like a different favorites, like a household favorites, maybe. I don't know. So many options to pick from. But I hope you enjoyed all of the favorite things that I'm currently enjoying. And if you have any questions about any of the products I shared today, feel free to drop them below. I will link as much as I can for you. If you shop any of my links that I do have, that I'm affiliated with, thank you so much. It definitely is appreciated, the support, if you click those links. But a good portion of today's favorites, actually, I'm not affiliated with any of them, hardly. Maybe my Amazon stuff. But anyways, all that to say, all the information will be linked below on what I showed you today. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And we'll see you next time for our February, March favorites. Okay, bye.